What is going on, guys? My name is Ronan, and in today's video we are going to be checking out the Toptro projector. So, looking at the box, we got the projector itself. It says projector, home theater, video entertainment, video. Now, there isn't really much to go by on the box itself, because on the side, on the side it just says color white, and then it says the projector dimensions, which I guess that's all nice and good. I guess. And then we got, on the other side, it just says the model number, video projector, and some uses, like family gathering, conference, office, just things like that. So, projector here, let's just toss that aside, and look at the projector itself. Now, this is the projector. It has nice little lens cap right there. On the top of the projector, you got the lovely Toptro logo, and then you got menu selection that we have here. We got back, power, we got an LED light. It's red if it's off, green if it's on, left, right, up, down, okay, menu, and the display, which input you want, input display, whatever you want to call that. You got fans. Yeah, you got fans, speakers, speaker. This unit has 3 speakers on board, and on this side there's a little flap. Inside the flap you got a AV audio out and a VGA cable, or VGA input. On the back, you got the power, 2 HDMIs, and 2 USBs, and the IR receiver. You got one on the front and one on the back. Wherever you have the projector positioned, the remote will always be able to find it and get access to it. Talking about the remote, this is the remote that it comes with. You got power, mute, rewind, forward, pause, play, arrows, menu, select input, back, and then your audio. It's a pretty good remote for what it does. The only thing I don't like is the way you get to the batteries. It's not like how on an Xbox controller, how you just go like that to get to the batteries, which very simple, very simple. Just slide up. I really like how controllers do that. I really like how easy it is to interchange the batteries on those kind of controllers. But to change the batteries, which you probably shouldn't have to do that much anyways, but in order to change it, there is a little hole on the back there. Let's see, can you see it? It's like right here where my finger is. But you just literally have to get a fingernail in there and just open it like that. It looks like you're actually like DIYing and messing with the hardware and things inside, but no, that is actually just the batteries itself, and that's how you change them. It's just 2 AAAs. So that's the controller, and let's plug it in and see how it looks. Okay, so before I power the projector on, which is right here, all set up and everything, it's on. I got my Xbox connected to it, but before I turn it on, I just wanted to say that it is a 6,800 lumens projector, which is pretty good. That means it will be able to work in a good amount of light. And I still recommend to be in a basement or like a room without that much light, or where you can easily block it off at. You can see this isn't like a basement right here. I just have these 2 windows, and here in the future I will be getting blackout blinds for them so that I can watch things better during the day. But it's a native 1080p projector for like $260, so that's really not that bad whatsoever. The recommended distance away from your wall is 10 feet. The screen size of the projector is 45 inches diagonally to 300 inches diagonally. That is really good, and like I said before, it has Dolby sound, which the sound is pretty decent. It's not that loud, But here in the near future, I will be getting a soundbar, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're not already, so you don't miss any of the updates. And yep, it can handle 4K. It's native 1080p, which most projectors aren't, especially in this price range. So while I turn it on, let's check out like the menu and all that and the picture quality. It looks a lot better in person than it does in camera, but as you can see, it's laying across the brick right here, and right there it's coming up against the wall. So let me show you what I do, which if I hit menu, it has a very good selection of menu. We got the change of picture modes with soft, user, dynamic, standard. I'll show you that more when we plug in the Xbox and everything like that. I do have all my lights on at the moment, so yeah. But what I do, since I have to push it back a little bit further than it is recommended, I'm just going to go into the X zoom, and then that's one of the coolest features of this projector. You can actually zoom in if you need to place it a further back distance like I do here. So let me do that. So while the Xbox screen is loading up, I will also say that this does 1080p like I said. It also does 60 Hz, which is incredible. But keep in mind for gaming, if you do want to game on this projector, there is the slightest little bit of delay. I don't really see it because the games I really play are just Forza and FIFA. But one of my other good buddies, he plays a lot of Fortnite and Apex. He was playing that on this projector, and he could really see a delay. It was like a couple milliseconds off, but it is noticeable. So beware of that, even though projectors are mainly for streaming movies, TV, and all that than gaming. So, yep. I'm going to turn off all the lights now so you can see what it looks like during the day when there's sun coming through the blinds and everything like that. But yeah. So while I have my first game that I'm going to show you guys today, Forza Horizon 4, loading up in the background behind me, I'm going to tell you guys that with this screen, it is able to fill up the whole wall behind me, which that's an 86-inch screen right there, 1080p. Wow. I was deciding on either going for a 4K TV or 1080p projector, but I went for a projector, and I do not regret this decision whatsoever. So, here it is. So if the question is if you should get this projector or if I would recommend the projector, then the easiest answer is, of course, I would recommend this Toptro projector. But the hard answer is that this is my first projector, so although I think that the image is really good and the frame rate, especially with 60 frames, is really good, and especially for the price of like around $260, like $300 around that, I think it's a really good price. But I haven't seen what other projectors are like, or what higher ranges of prices are, lower ranges of prices are, things like that. So I'm probably not the best person to ask, but for a good 1080p 60 Hz projector, I think this one is really good. Like it looks a lot better with colors and everything in person than it does on camera. But I mean, and like I said before, I was thinking about either getting a 1080p projector or like a 55-inch 4K TV, And I chose the projector mainly because I can bring it outside into the backyard and watch movies back there. And I have done that a couple of times. That is really fun. But no, I do not regret buying this projector or like choosing to buy a projector instead of a 4K TV. And especially now, since I've got this big of a screen, I've gotten into the projector life, I don't think I'm going to be stopping. I feel like the next display or screen or whatever you want to call it, next movie watching display I'm going to get is another projector. Areas where like the room is like completely black and just no light whatsoever are the best conditions for it. You could still get away with like during the day with the blinds turned down and like all the lights off. So like sometimes I have the lights on up here. They aren't like the brightest things in the world, but there's still lights. So sometimes I have them on while watching, but other than that, yeah, it's really a solid projector. I'm extremely happy for it. I will leave a link to it down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.